Welcome to Trade Talk Today, your daily insight. This show is brought to you by
Messe Düsseldorf.
It is day 2 of EuroShop 2026, and it is wonderful to have you here watching Trade Talk today. I'm very happy that we have a wonderful guest on the show today. I hope you are all doing well at home, or if you're walking around the trade fair, and I hope you are doing well on the second day of the fair. Tarek Sibai, you are the Managing Director of Messe Düsseldorf for the Gulf office, and it's great to have you here. How are you?
Thank you very much for having me. It's a great opportunity. It's really a pleasure to be part of this global trade fair, and it's really a great show. I mean, we're the second day today, and then we're very much looking forward to it.
And there's a lot to talk about regarding retail in the Gulf region, so we'll talk about that in a second. But I want to get warmed up a little bit with our 10 quick fire questions. Okay. And I must say, this is the first time that the guest actually took a look at them, because we had a small misunderstanding in the beginning. So you already had a chance to look at them, but I'm still going to see how spontaneous you react. We'll see. Skyline view or beach sunset?
Skyline view.
Okay. Mega mall or boutique concept?
Boutique concept.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect that answer. Luxury brand opening or tech innovation launch?
This is personal, yeah? I have to give my personal opinion.
Absolutely.
Then it's luxury.
Oh, okay. Podcast or book?
Podcast.
What's the last podcast you listened to? Do you remember?
I can't remember exactly the name, but it was somehow about the human being and how leadership podcast. Yeah.
Okay, I listened to the entertainment ones, so maybe I should do the leadership ones as well and get further in my life. Yeah. Rock or classical music?
Of course,
Classical. Smart tech or human service?
Human service, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a mixture nowadays. We can get into that in a minute.
That's a little difficult question, but I would still prefer human service personalization.
Grand opening ceremony or VIP preview?
Grand opening ceremony.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe both. Maybe you get invited to the VIP preview and then go to the grand opening.
Possibly. Yeah, exactly.
Fast-paced growth or long-term strategy?
Long-term strategy.
Business breakfast or evening networking event?
Business breakfast.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And are you a morning person?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One word to describe retail in the Middle East, which is not do you have one word that you say this actually describes what's happening in the Middle East right now?
It's booming, I would say.
Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of innovations going on.
Innovation is booming. It's a large scale, I would say, yeah.
Absolutely. It is very exciting what's happening worldwide in regards to retail, different things that are being tried out, innovations that are working or not working. We'll get into that right now. So tell me, the Middle East is famous for iconic mega malls. And you just said you like the boutiques better, but I mean, there's a lot going on in the mega malls as well. Is the future still bigger, or is it going back to the boutiques and it's maybe smaller but more experimental? What would you say?
I mean, the mega projects and mega malls and within the UAE and within the Saudi Arabia, I would say there's thousands of square meters of outlet and retail spaces. They do care about how these outlets look and how consumers are having a good experience inside. At the same time, it is getting smarter. I mean, we've got a lot of innovations and technologies are integrated within this experience, and it's became part of the shopping and consumers experience as well.
There is the initiative like Saudi Vision 2020 that is transforming the region. First of all, maybe you can explain to our viewers who don't know about this new vision what it is, and maybe you can tell us where you see the biggest retail investment opportunities right now regarding this changes or these opportunities.
I mean, the vision of Saudi 2030 is exactly like the vision also of the United Arab Emirates, which is 2031. Mm-hmm. Both they have a large-scale economic growth, and both are going into different sectors and different industries of growth. One of them, of course, is retail. The other one is tourism. Mm-hmm. So we've got hundreds of thousands of square meters that are built now for the retail stores and retail outlets. And I would say these projects is also combined with AI and combined with technology. So I think the solution and the next requirements and demands is not only for the fit out store and how it looks and how big it is, but also combined with the integrated solutions and integrated technology within retail.
And so it's not only about, because it sounds like something so bigger, better, bolder. It's also about the small things that you change and incorporate.
It's getting smarter now. I mean, everybody's trying to turn into these big platforms or big outlets into retail smart cities, I would say. So we are coming maybe to a time where everything is going to be digital and AI, but at the same time, they would like to have more personal experience within luxury brands and luxury outlets. So
absolutely,
I think it's both.
I'm glad it's both. I'm glad it's not only digital, and I'm glad we're sticking with the human part as well. Let's speak about the humans. Let's see about the consumers. Middle Eastern consumers are seen, at least maybe from our perspective, as young, digital, brand driven. What does it take in this day and age to stand out in this competitive market? And do you also see your consumers as these brand-driven and young consumers?
I mean, you have to be innovative. I mean, you have to have a lot of new innovations and new technologies to really somehow get aligned with the new generation. The new generation now is 80% is using digital. Even the older mid generation has also started using digital. People are counting right now on counterless payments, e-wallets, and many other technologies. So I think to stand out, you have to be really competitive, and you have to have a new solutions that has integrated technologies and something that can make life easier and experience much better for the generation. Luxury
and lifestyle are key pillars in the region. Is experiential retail now more important than pure product offering? What would you say?
I would say the luxury is definitely an important factor, an important industry from the retail industry in the Middle East and GCC. I would imagine that you're having a great meal in the restaurant, and the product is actually the ingredient for this. Actually, the ingredient is the product. Mm-hmm. So the experience and the dining experience is actually what leaves a memory. So it's the same exactly for the products and the retail. Nowadays, brands are trying to keep the luxury shoppers on a very good experience. So they combine both personalization and experiential retail, and they would like to have them satisfied and happy within the store. It's exactly like, for example, if we took a quick example of buying an expensive high brand luxury shirt, for example. We've got a white shirt that has no logo on it, for example, and this price of this white cotton t-shirt can cost 20 or 30 or even 50 times than the normal t-shirt price. So at the end, people or luxury shoppers are paying for the experience, and they are paying for the brand as a statement. So they have to have a personalized experience, of course.
What do you think other regions in this world can learn from your market? A lot, I'm sure.
I mean, they have actually we have they have the investments, and then they have the funds to create a great theaters of entertainment and outlet stores, and then they're buying the technologies. And what they can learn is that investments. I mean, they've got also many countries that has a lot of funds, but they don't invest the right way, and they don't bring the right solutions. They just taking care of the I would say the outside of the story, but people are going deep into a sustainable, a long-term integration within these systems. I mean, let's look at Dubai, for example. Mm-hmm. I mean, Dubai has started being an e-government 20 years back, and they're still also developing, and they're still getting a lot of things to new on board every year. So even within the COVID, when COVID hits, Dubai was the first place to open doors for everyone, from tourism to exhibitions and conferences. So because they were ready. So I think digital is very important, but also looking at the long term and sustainable solutions is even better than that.
Maybe this is putting you on the spot, but maybe you have one thing that you've seen in the last year is traveling around the world, or from your region, that you think is amazing, that you think would work really well in different regions of the world as well.
Again,
is there something you've seen while you've been traveling? I don't know, some kind of incorporation of digital solutions, or something that you think, wow, this is so amazing. I'd like to see that somewhere else as well. And then there are so many things, I'm sure.
That's a little bit difficult questions because we've got everything in Dubai. I mean, just Dubai as example, or even if you look at Saudis and you look at the solutions and integrations there, and you look at the stores and the latest technologies are there already. I mean, there's nothing like I would say like I would really like to see it, because whenever you see something somewhere out in the next few months, you will see it right away in Dubai. Maybe smart trolley, smart checkout was one of my dreams before, if we're talking about retail technology, and now it's already available. I mean, it's getting even more. I mean, the smart trolleys and the smart technologies of integration, checkout and payments is already became something I would say essential. But now they are going beyond that. I mean, people stepping into the store, you know exactly what are you looking for. They follow your footprint in the store. They know exactly what kind of interest that you are in within the product, whether it's a retail, a clothes, or groceries, and then they direct you to these experience, and they dive you in to buy more and to have up sales, I would say, within the store itself. So it's even more digital nowadays.
Absolutely. And still, as I said, we started from the very beginning when I asked you the question, the quick fire questions, it's all about human relationships. And that also happens here, of course, at the EuroShop 2026. It's only day 2, so we still have a couple more days to go. But what is the biggest takeaway you have after day 2 regarding human relationships and talking to each other?
I mean, there's so many things to see at EuroShop. I like so much the new digital screens and the new digital integration. 3D, one of the solutions I've seen yesterday, which is a little bit of an avatar solution that's really something great, and it looks like into a 3D, for example. We've got many designs and many solutions also for stand construction, which is part of my business. So I like it very much, and it gave me a lot of ideas and inspirations and insights to maybe use in Dubai in the future.
Well, thank you so much for giving us so many inspiring thoughts on what is happening in your world right now. And this world is coming together, which is a wonderful thing. So Tarek, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much.
And thank you all for watching our show today. We have things, as we just heard from Tarek, of course, there's so much going on in the halls. There are lots of things to see. There are exhibitions. There is lots of conversation. And of course, we have wonderful guests on the show here tomorrow as well. We have Millie Contractor, who is from Messe Düsseldorf, India. And we have also Fraser Neal from Customate, who will be talking about their newest innovations. I'm going to leave you today with some pictures from the halls, so you get inspiration to maybe come visit and see what's going on at EuroShop 2026 here in Düsseldorf. So until then, have a lovely time. Take care of yourself and enjoy some of the behind the scenes pictures we have for you.
This show was brought to you by
Messe Düsseldorf.